Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZLN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the San Antonio Spurs tonight. Once again, the Lakers have faced the San Antonio Spurs in a back-to-back game scenario once again. What can I say, guys? This was a disappointing loss, unfortunately, even though the Lakers beat them a couple of days ago. And it just seemed that the Lakers did not want to play in this game. It really seemed that way. The Lakers were lacking players, efforts, and no Anthony Davis, no Cam Reddish. I mean, there was no D'Angelo Russell. I mean, all injuries left and right were. I don't want to say is the reason the Lakers have lost the game, but at the same time, I'm like, the efforts should have been more, like the Lakers should have had a fighting chance in this loss. If they were going to lose this game, they should have fought a bit harder, in my opinion. But it is what it is at this point. I mean, it was just disappointing, pathetic. That's the word, the pathetic. And Rabbit just says it right there. It was pathetic, a disappointing loss for the Los Angeles Lakers when it came down to it. And I mean, a missed opportunity. That's what I can honestly say for the Los Angeles Lakers when it came down to it. I mean, Lakers fall to the Spurs 129-115. Tough loss for LA. That's sure I can say, guys. It is. I would rather have the Lakers win the game and then go on a 2 days off with the possibility of being prepared at a 100% for Monday's game against the New York Knicks. So I want to get into all these stats and my thoughts and my opinions on what we saw in tonight's game, and obviously LeBron's performance in his return tonight and facing against Victor Wembanyama. I mean, the battle of generational talents with both players. So I want to get into that. And some players tonight who did not step up. And I see the comments from Samurai Beast Warrior. I'll get to your comment in just a bit, man. Just real quick, I just want to do my thing first. For those of you who haven't yet, please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this live stream so you guys check me out. And please, guys, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. There's a question I want to give you all before, or actually during this live stream, that I really want to hear your thoughts about. It's about the certain position that I think the Lakers should pursue than the other positions. But I just want to give you guys a question during this live stream, and hopefully you guys can answer me this type of question. And but I want to get into the stats and everything, and just stand by for that question, and I will display it on this live stream for you all. So, and just be sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And you know what? Let's get into Samurai Beast Warriors rant right here. Darvin Ham needs to be fired. I've seen enough. I'm sick of Darvin Ham. This Beast Warrior, you're just done with him. I get it. I think I speak for all Laker fans when I say that. It is true. He has, for the past couple of games, have been coaching pretty trashy, pretty bad for these past couple of games. And even in this one, I'm not sure what's his obsession of certain bad lineups that he implements in certain games, especially in this one. I mean, there was a lineup where he put 3 centers on, or 3 bigs, if you will, at the same time, where it seemed like the Lakers should have played more, how should I say, players that are better offensively, that can score, that can shoot. But for some reason, I mean, I don't know what is on the mindset of Darvin Ham. If we have to blame this loss for on anyone, I'll honestly go to Darvin Ham. When it comes down to it, LeBron did what he can with the players that were around him, because obviously 3 of our starters were out: Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell, and you can make the argument that Cam Reddish is part of the starting lineup because how well he's been playing for us at the starting position. I'm probably missing somebody on that list, but you can just tell the rotations were pretty bad for the Los Angeles Lakers when it came down to it. And I get it, Samurai Beast Warrior. You are sick. You're sick of Darvin Ham. He needs to be fired tonight. I'm sick of looking at losing basketballs. You also wrote here, when I'm going to see winning basketball again in my life. You are just done. I get it. You're done with Darvin Ham, and this is a winning franchise. I mean, we had all the greats throughout the years: Kobe, Kareem, Magic. It's always been winning mentality when it comes down to Lakers franchises for many, many years. And I understand the frustration, and I think I speak for all Laker fans because of this frustration of the Lakers. And with this loss, the Lakers are 15-11 as their record, and I think they fall into the 8th seed last time I checked from the standings. So the Lakers still have time because there's other teams ahead of them that could lose any games at any minute, and the Lakers could obviously work their way back into at least the 4th, maybe the 5th seed in the Western Conference. So, Lakers have plenty of time. It's still early for the Lakers to obviously fix some things and get some, better help than what we have at the moment. And I recently was listening to Lakers Nation with Trevor Lane, and he brought up a very good point when it comes down to certain trades that the Lakers should potentially target. And what I mean by that, I mean positions. There are some positions that I think the Lakers should pursue that will help them in the long run. And here's the question that I was mentioning during my introduction. And that is this: should the Lakers target a center? I really think the Lakers should target a center more than anything. Now, obviously, there's other needs. We can look for finding another point guard, finding another shooter, another scorer to be added onto this team so we can obviously be a threat in the Western Conference. But we should also think about the center position. Even though we do have Christian Wood, we have Jackson Hayes, they're not cutting it. We saw half the time when Anthony Davis is sitting out on the bench, you can tell the defensive effort at the big positions deplete. And we have to have LeBron. We need to have certain players on the team to obviously step up. And, it's kind of hard to see that at times because, it's just very hard to see, that when it comes down to it, Anthony Davis is a huge help for the Lakers defensively. And you can tell by this game, the Lakers were lacking very badly at the defensive effort at the bigs positions. And, I will show you guys the stats and everything, what went down tonight when it comes down to the players' efforts. But for some reason, for this obsession that Darvin Ham has for Jackson Hayes to play over Christian Wood or Vando, who is honestly one of the best defensive players on this team other than Anthony Davis, in my opinion. I think, it's just ludicrous to have him playing at the backup roles and instead of him starting for the Lakers. I mean, I think he should have been starting for the Lakers over Jackson Hayes. I don't know why, Darvin Ham decided to put Jackson Hayes in the starting lineup instead of Vando or even Christian Wood, who has experience playing at the in the starting lineup. So it was just disappointing to see the type of rotations that Darvin Ham put together and even the lineups that were in play in this game. The Lakers had full opportunity to win this game against one of the worst teams in the Western Conference in the San Antonio Spurs, and now People will be thinking now that uh, the Spurs broke their losing streak because of the Lakers. It's just that's going to be the storyline now moving forward. That the Spurs knocked their 18 game losing streak to the Los Angeles Lakers. So, I mean, it's just pretty sad and missed opportunity, and it's just disappointing, really. I mean, the Lakers had full opportunities to win tonight. They could have won tonight and show some efforts, but it just wasn't enough. I mean, as I said, you were lacking 2 or 3 starters on your team and a couple of key rotational players that did not play in this game. So it was a disaster waiting to happen for sure going into this. Going into the second quarter, even though the Lakers scored 40 points on them in the second quarter, it just wasn't consistent. We didn't see enough offensive efforts coming from the third and especially in the fourth quarter. So, and especially in the fourth quarter, it seemed the fourth quarter Lakers really gave up and waved the white flag on the San Antonio Spurs and said, you know what, this game is yours. We don't care. We're going to have some rest for the next couple of days and be ready for the New York Knicks on Monday. And ironically, the Lakers will be revealing the NBA in-season tournament championship banner on Monday. So we're going to look forward to seeing that and how that looks being lifted up in the rafters at the Crypto.com arena. So, and it's a great accomplishment. I mean, I have to say the Lakers made a huge accomplishment in that particular run that they had during the tournament, being undefeated in the tournament, and a good accomplishment for the Los Angeles Lakers, I have to say. So, for them to be the first to win it and be the first to lift that banner, I think it's good for them because the NBA in-season tournament is going to be around for a very long time because it was successful. It was successful for the Los Angeles Lakers. So, yeah, just wanted to put that out there when it came down to it, and just looking forward to the matchup on Monday against the New York Knicks. So, really looking forward to that, and seeing a lot of comments from the frustration out of Samurai Beast Warrior. I get it, man. I really do. But I'm here to tell you, I don't see the Lakers firing Darvin Ham anytime soon. For a guy who, took us to the Western Conference Finals and also winning us the NBA in-season tournament, it just shows you with that type of accomplishment that he has already, it really seems the Lakers are not going to fire this guy anytime soon. It's just the reality of the situation. I don't really see the Lakers potentially moving on from him. And, if I had to think about a guy who could replace him, Doc Rivers comes to mind. I mean, the guy just came to my mind at the moment because, he's the guy that's out of the job right now. So he comes to mind. But other than that, if the Lakers want to make a quick firing or somehow wants to look for a head coach, Doc Rivers comes to mind right away because he is available at the moment. So, but yeah, I mean, seeing your comments, I really, I'm seeing it right now. I understand your frustration, Samurai Beast Warrior. It is disappointing for sure. And yeah, like I said, can we target a new head coach? There's a possibility, but I don't see the Lakers doing it anytime soon. I mean, like I said, they're going to keep Darvin Ham throughout, the remainder of his contract, which obviously evens up with Rob Pelinka's contract. So that's why the Lakers gave that extension a couple of years ago to Rob Pelinka that evens up with Darvin Ham, because you never know maybe about the status of Rob Pelinka. Will he get fired along with Darvin Ham once their contracts approach? It sort of remains to be seen. But so far, Rob Pelinka has done a great job as a GM, in my opinion, getting some key players. And I'm just really looking forward to what he's going to do at the trade deadline. And getting certain key players. Maybe the whole Zach LaVine situation, could he potentially get that done, or maybe go after somebody else? And like I said, with the question I have for you all. Should the Lakers target a center instead of the key players that we always talked about with Zach LaVine and, finding another point guard, finding another scorer, shooter, that type of deal? Should the Lakers mainly target a center? There's a lot of talks that, Chicago is still in the mix. Maybe the Lakers will ask the Chicago Bulls to add on, former Laker in Andre Drummond, and maybe add on Alex Caruso, and maybe what's his name? DeMar DeRozan instead. You never know, guys. There's a lot of things that I honestly don't know what the Lakers should do to improve the team, but so far it's so early, and just starting today, it's December 15th. So all the players that we signed over the summer, other than Austin Reaves and Rui Hachimura, those guys are are available for trades. So if any trade is out there, the Lakers are looking at that's something that they cannot refuse and somehow trade, then we could expect to see that. Because now players are available for trades now, so for sure. Lots of frustration. I get it, Samurai Beast Warrior. I really do. Frustrated with Darvin Ham. I get it for sure. Let's read this one. Hold on. Having Darvin Ham for a coach is like being in a toxic relationship with your girlfriend. Yeah, I mean, because it's kind of hard. I mean, you don't want to, let her go, but at the same time, it's like, ugh, I have to be with this one. So I get it. I really do. It's hard. I mean, Darvin Ham has made some really good, successful runs as a coach so far. I mean, taking us to the Western Conference Finals, winning the NBA in-season tournament for the first time in his in NBA history and franchise history. I mean, he's in the record books for sure. But at the same time, he has been making some dumb rotational plays and lineups for these past couple of games now, which obviously has been head scratchers for sure, especially against the Dallas Mavericks. I have to say that was the most dumbest decisions that he made in that game. I mean, the Lakers lost the game by 2 points. I mean, there was opportunities the Lakers should have won if you would have had instead Christian Wood play in the game instead of Jackson Hayes, in my opinion. Things would have been a whole different type of scenario, and but obviously he did not go with that. So, and even in this game, playing 3 centers in the lineup at one point is just pretty bad decision making from him there. So for sure. Seeing some more here. Let's see here. Do this here. If Darvin Ham is not fired, LeBron needs to demand a trade out of LA. Yeah, I mean, it sort of remains to be seen what's on the mindset of LeBron. There's a possibility that he could remain with the Lakers. And like I said, the Lakers are not going to fire Darvin Ham anytime soon. I mean, he's doing what he can, and just obviously having shorthanded players in this game were obviously going to be the downfall for sure for the Lakers to lose this game. And if just think about it, if Anthony Davis was playing in this game along with LeBron, I think the Lakers would have won the game. I mean, that's just me. So, and I think I speak for all Laker fans when I say that. So, I don't think LeBron's going to demand a trade. He can, but I just don't see him leaving the Lakers in that type of way. So, it's unfortunate, but Darvin Ham is going to remain with the Los Angeles Lakers. So, you disagree? No, on Doc Rivers. I mean, I'm just throwing names out there. I'm not trying to say that there's a specific one that I hope the Lakers will go after. But it's just I can't really think of any at the top of my mind at the moment because I really can't who's out there that the Lakers should pursue. I just don't know at the moment. Let's see here from Rabbit. Lakers gave up 87 points in the last 2 quarters. Yeah, I mean, let's get right into that. I mean, when you look at the team stats out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers, it was pretty bad performance, all around for the Los Angeles Lakers. It seemed like they didn't want to be in the game. They were just out there for just to finish off their road trip in San Antonio. They were there for the past couple of days now after beating them in the what was it? I think um, yeah, a couple of days ago. Yeah, so the Lakers just it seemed like they didn't want to play in this game. It seemed like they just want to get out of there, and they just waved the white flag to the Spurs and said, "You know what? We will break your losing streak. Why not?" So that's what happened out there tonight, and it's unfortunate because the missed opportunity should have been met by the Los Angeles Lakers by getting this opportunity win, but unfortunately, it just wasn't for sure. And hold on, I think I saw your comment, Rabbit. You corrected yourself. The fourth quarter in the last game. Yeah, Yeah, I understood what you were talking about. Thank you for correcting that. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty bad. I mean, if you really think about it, the fourth quarter in the last game was pretty scarce at one point, and we witnessed that when the Lakers were not playing well in the first quarter, and that's what happened. I mean, LeBron had to, and the rest of the team had to really step up in the second quarter and play 40 points in the second quarter. So they were down at one point at the end of and at the end of the half was like what was it, 168 to 62, no sorry 68 to 62, something like that. So it really seemed at one point I was kind of hoping the Lakers will have a comeback in the third quarter, but obviously we did not see that from them for sure. So yeah, I get it. Thank you, Rabbit, for clarifying that. I really appreciate it. But when you look at just the performances for the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, when you look at it, just the lineups and certain rotations, it was just pretty bad all around. I think Darvin Ham really made a mistake by not having Christian Wood starting for the Los Angeles Lakers, because you can just tell that the fit that Jackson Hayes being in the starting lineup, it just wasn't fitting whatsoever, or at least had Jared Vanderbilt starting for the Lakers, but you know it is what it is at this point. I mean, I'm not sure what's on the mindset of Darvin Ham lately. He just hasn't been coaching pretty well for these past couple of games, so it's unfortunate. And I sympathize what Samurai Beast Warrior is talking about in these comments. So, and I get it for sure, but I just don't see the Lakers firing him anytime soon. So it's just the reality that I have to put out there. Um, let's see. Let's talk about LeBron James. Obviously, he returns tonight and plays against Victor Wembanyama. And for those of you who haven't yet, go check out my YouTube shorts. I created a 30-second video of LeBron shooting the three over Victor Wembanyama, and he made it, and it was a really good. At that particular moment, it was kind of like the battle of generational talent. And obviously, LeBron dominated in that particular area tonight. So just kudos to LeBron James of doing that to the rookie who has a bright future ahead of him, I have to say. So, really hoping that, or just glad that LeBron played very well out there tonight. He did what he can out there tonight. Let's just say that with 23 points, had 2 steals, 14 assists out there. I mean, talk about a guy who's doing whatever he can to win this game for the Los Angeles Lakers. And there was a one point that LeBron was obviously wanting to win this game. I mean, it seemed like LeBron wanted to win this game, but just the players around him just didn't show the type of effort that we were looking for. That obviously was pretty lackluster. And like I said, Lakers were missing 3 starters on this team, and I don't want to say that's the main reason, but put that in consideration of why the Lakers lost this game tonight against one of the worst teams in the Western Conference in the San Antonio Spurs. So It is what it is, guys. I mean, we can obviously dwell on it, but it's not going to fix anything. So let's hope the Lakers will bounce back from this loss on Monday against the New York Knicks and get a W in LA against the New York Knicks. So let's just hope for that on Monday. But LeBron James had a solid night, went 2 of 6 from the three and 7 of 17 from the field. He did what he can. He did what he had around him. Anthony Davis was not next to him. No LeBron. No Anthony Davis. No D'Angelo Russell, who could have been a big help at the point guard position because Max Christie was not cutting it whatsoever. And it showed out there tonight. And we'll get to him in just a bit. But a solid night for LeBron James, 23 points. Austin Reaves starting for the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, a lack of effort for the second unit was noticeable because he moved to the starting lineup. But, he did what he can, put up 22 points out there tonight, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 of 10 from the three. So, like I said, the Lakers overall scored around like 30% from the three. You could just tell that the Lakers were struggling when it came down to shooting efforts, but they did what they can with the situation that they were dealing with lack of players. So due to injuries, so it is what it is. My hope is the Lakers will bounce back from this for sure. But he put up 22 points out there tonight. So a solid night for Austin Reaves. Torian Prince, 12 points and went 2 of 6 from the three. For his past couple of games now, he has been improving when it comes to his shooting. But I think we should have saw more effort defensively on his part, in my opinion. But I don't know. He did what he can out there tonight with 12 points. Here is the other thing. I mean, Jackson Hayes. The guy was struggling in foul trouble. And, it just seemed like every time he was playing, he gets fouls being hit left and right. And I'm not sure, like I said from the beginning, I mean, Darvin Ham's rotation and his lineups weren't making sense for these past couple of games. I mean, since the Dallas Mavericks matchup a couple of days ago. So, since then he hasn't been really making a lot of sense with his rotational play. So I'm not sure why. Like, for example, I would have rather had Christian Wood starting for the Los Angeles Lakers, in my opinion, or had Jared Vanderbilt starting for the Los Angeles Lakers over Jackson Hayes. That's why, as you can see, the question here: should the Lakers target a center? I think they should. Maybe Andre Drummond, or somebody that is not too pricey that the Lakers should target at the center position. Just somebody that can help out Anthony Davis when he sits out and brings that rebounding ability and that defensive side of the ball that could help the Lakers in a huge way. Obviously, Jared Vanderbilt, is still coming back to his own because obviously a couple of days ago he was dealing some back spasms. So, it's just one of those type of moments where he's still dealing with a certain injuries that's not been living up to his expectations that we all appreciate from him defensively. But yeah, that's why I think Rob Pelinka should very well focus on the key pieces on this team that should be improved on. Obviously, scoring, obviously finding another shooter potentially, maybe at the point guard position, and maybe just those certain positions, and also the center. I think the center is very important for the Lakers to look for. And I was watching Lakers Nation, and Trevor Lane really brought up that very good question there. I mean, it's very important the Lakers should also look for a center. And I really agree with that because Jackson Hayes, and you can make the argument Christian Wood, they're not cutting it. I mean, the fact that you had to have Colin Castleton to play in this game, it just shows you that. And had three of those guys starting at the same time, it was just there, right there alone. That it was a problem. It was a problem for the Lakers, especially for Darvin Ham and his dumb rotations, in my opinion. So, and then you have Max Christie. Um, I don't know what was the reason behind starting him. Um, that's why it kind of shows you that a center, no, a point guard is also important because obviously we don't have Gabe Vincent, and he will potentially return on Monday. Last time I checked the updates, so there's that possibility that he could potentially return to the Lakers on Monday. So that's something that we could potentially look forward to um, of his return. So um, that's our hope for sure. So, but I don't know. I just didn't understand the meaning of it. It should have been more. Um, he should have played much better. Obviously, he's still young guy that's learning the ropes in his second year in the NBA. But he just wasn't cutting it. And I just saw a comment here from Rabbit. All of our starters were negative on the plus and minus stats. Yeah, I'm seeing that right now. The Lakers in the starting lineup, you can just tell they were struggling. They were struggling big time. I mean, Torian Prince, negative 19. LeBron, negative 28. Jackson Hayes, negative 13. And Max Christie, you can tell that he was playing badly in this game. Negative 25. I mean, only putting up 2 points. I mean, you can just tell that he was just not cutting it at the starting role. And my hope is that Darvin Ham looks into the drawing board and say, you know what went right, what went completely wrong, and just make some better rotation, better lineups in play when it comes down to the right players. Now, I get it. No LeBron, no Anthony Davis, no Cam Reddish, no D'Angelo Russell. Key players to your starting lineups. I get it, but at the same time, the Lakers had a capability of winning this game, in my opinion. I really think so. That's just me, but I don't know. My hope is the Lakers will bounce back from this, hopefully, and go into Monday's matchup against the New York Knicks with a healthy team. With obviously Anthony Davis being out, basically have 4 days off. Hopefully, he'll be healthy and ready to go uh, with his injury that he's dealing with, and also along with Cam Reddish and D'Angelo Russell, who's dealing with a migraine. So, and let's not sugarcoat that. I mean, I get migraines, and they hurt. They hurt big time. I mean, they are painful. So, yeah, I get it. So, um, playing in the game with a migraine, you're just destined to lose and have a bad performance. So, yeah, I get it. So for sure. So, but yeah, that's the starting lineup for you. Rui Hachimura putting up 20 points, 1 block, but he went 0-5 from the three. So that was lacking for sure for the second unit, I have to say, when it came down to it. But he managed to give us 20 points, so a solid night for him. Most of that came from the field goals and his free throw attempts. So, and having 1 block and 5 rebounds, 4 assists, he did what he can for the second unit coming off the bench. So, a solid night for Rui Hachimura with a negative one. A plus one performance out there tonight for the second unit. Let's see here. Let's talk about Christian Wood, who had a solid night. I have to say, that's why I said he should have been starting for the Lakers, in my opinion. He would have honestly been a huge help for the Los Angeles Lakers in that particular area of play of how well he was playing offensively, in my opinion. 17 points, not bad. Plus 13 out there tonight with 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and 1 steal, and went 2 of 5 from the three out there tonight and 6 of 10 from the field. So he was doing his thing, did what he had to do. And honestly, he had one of the best games for the Los Angeles Lakers in this loss tonight. So I think he should have started for the Lakers if he was going to play like that. So it is what it is, guys. But hopefully you'll see that from him potentially moving forward into the New York Knicks game on Monday. So that's if Anthony Davis is healthy, ready to go for that game, and rest for the rest of the Lakers with Cam Reddish and D'Angelo Russell. So just a great night for Christian Wood. Then when you look at the rest of the players, obviously the two-way players, with Colin Castleton putting up 6 points, and then you have Demoy Hodge with 5 points out there tonight. And he shot 1-3 for the Los Angeles Lakers. So good thing, good performance, or not good performance, but effort on his part for being for shooting from the three. So yeah, guys. Other than that, I mean, it was a pretty disappointing loss for the Los Angeles Lakers. It should have been a win, so the Lakers can end this road trip on a 2-0 win against the San Antonio Spurs. I think the Lakers should have won the game against the Dallas Mavericks, in my opinion. Darvin Ham, once again, should have allowed Christian Wood to play in this game, in my opinion. He would have had a whole better performance in this game, in my opinion. I mean, he just should have had a much better influence on the game in that particular game against the Dallas Mavericks. But, he's still learning, I guess, as a new head coach, in this first head coach run. And I think it's going to take him a while to really understand how to be a really good coach in this league. It's going to take him a while. It's his second year as a head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. So I want to give him some slack, but at the same time, there's just some plays or some decisions that should have really thought of or thought through before making your decisions in certain games. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for sure. And, let's see here from Samurai Beast Warrior. If the Lakers fail to win it all, LeBron needs to ask for a trade to the 76ers. I mean, I just don't see LeBron getting traded. I just don't. I just don't see it happening. So the Lakers will get their act together. I see some trades in the horizon very soon that will benefit us. And obviously, Rob Pelinka has never failed us in trades. So every time he makes trades, it obviously helps the Lakers in a big way. So my hope is that he will come to the rescue to improve the team, and we will potentially see so at the trade deadline in the next couple of months. So I'm really preparing myself for that for sure. So already read that. Also from Rabbit, old school versus new school. Yeah, we were talking about LeBron and Victor Wembanyama. Obviously, if I had to say who won, my hope is, no, obviously LeBron in that matchup, but at the same time, the Spurs won that one. So it is what it is. I just saw a comment here from Rabbit once again. The only way LeBron asked for a trade is to play with Bronny. Yeah, I mean, that's the possibility, and it's a guarantee thing. He mentioned it numerous times that he wants to play with his son, and that is a possibility. It just sort of depends on, is he eligible or to be drafted, in 2024. So it is a possibility, but we haven't really seen him play as much to make that distinction if he will get drafted. But, we just have to wait and see if he's eligible to be drafted. It just sort of depends on how well he plays. And any team that will draft him, there's a guarantee LeBron will go to that team. And but that's kind of sucks because I think the Lakers are going to do whatever it takes to make Bronny a Laker. So there's that possibility that we could potentially see from the Lakers if Bronny is going to be drafted in 2024. So we just have to wait and see about that. But yeah, guaranteed LeBron will ask for a trade to play with Bronny if he's drafted somewhere else other than the Lakers. So if he's drafted by the Lakers, he's going to remain with the Lakers, and he's going to pick that player option. The player option for LeBron is going to be around $52 million. So to give up that's so much money on the table to play with your son, I mean, that's a huge commitment. So, and I don't blame him. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to play with your son. So LeBron will definitely do that for sure. So thank you again, Rabbit, for your comment. I really appreciate it. But once again, guys, I mean, it was a disappointing loss. The Lakers is a tough one, tough loss for the Lakers, and obviously they have to come back to LA, and they'll be rested for the next two games, and especially for Anthony Davis, he'll be potentially, hopefully, 100% ready for the Monday's matchup against the New York Knicks, and hopefully Lakers will bring their A game. That's my hope, because they should bounce back from this loss for sure. And my hope is that the Lakers will dominate against the New York Knicks, and just hopefully get the win. My hope. So and just have a bounce back win on Monday. So that's my hope. So I'm really tired. I really do appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream. Once again, thank you, Samurai Beast Warrior. You were very passionate in the comments section when it comes to your outrage for Darvin Ham. You're calling for his firing, and most Laker fans in your position will be calling that for sure. But at this moment, I don't see the Lakers firing Darvin Ham anytime soon. He accomplished he accomplished things that obviously is an approval for the Lakers management. Obviously, taking us to the Western Conference just a year ago, and winning us the NBA in-season tournament. Now, some of you may say LeBron did all that. I'm in that same boat too. LeBron really carried the team to win the tournament, but at the same time, coaching played a big role in it as well when it comes to Cam Reddish and the others that have been developing so far for this Lakers team and finding their fit on the team. And obviously it's working. Cam Reddish starting for the Lakers has been very helpful defensively. And then Vando's influence on the team defensively has been helpful for the Lakers. And he's just trying to do his thing. And hopefully Darvin Ham just fixes his mistakes, and especially rotational wise and lineup wise, which is obviously more important, and just coach better defensively. That's my hope. So yeah, I mean, so far I don't see it happening. I don't see him getting fired anytime soon. So it's the reality of the situation. So yeah. I mean, once again, thank you again, everyone, for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it, for your comments. And if you haven't yet, please follow me all across social media. I feel like I'm going to have internet troubles, so I'm going to end this live stream. So please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X, and also I'll leave links to those in the description of this live stream so you guys can check me out. And I'll see you all in the next live stream, in the next video. Let's hope Lakers will bounce back from this loss and get the win on Monday against the New York Knicks. So that's my hope. So stay positive, and hopefully Lakers will bounce back from this. So thank you all for watching, and follow me all across social media. Hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.